So today, we will be having a look at the 20 most powerful users of the Force in Star Wars. So without wasting any time, let's start this list with Satele Shan. Satele Shan was a Force-sensitive human female who served as the Jedi Order's Grand Master during the Cold War and the Galactic War between the Galactic Republic and the Sith Empire. As the descendant of Revan and Bastila Shan, two of their generation's most powerful Jedi, Satele Shan was incredibly strong in the Force. Throughout her life, Shan was known for her affinity for foresight. She predicted the arrival of the Sith Empire at Korriban, and her ability to view the future grew stronger over the course of her life. By the time of the renewed war with the Sith, many Jedi believed that the Grand Master could change the future simply by predicting it. Along with the use of the Force, Shan was also exceptionally skilled with the use of both a normal lightsaber and a double-bladed lightsaber, so I think she definitely takes this spot. Next, we have Ajunta Pal. Ajunta Pal was a member of the Jedi Order following the First Great Schism. Undergoing training in the ways of the Force, Pal first attained the rank of Jedi Knight, then attained the rank of Jedi Master, and began studying the ways of alchemy. Eventually, through his studies, Master Pal discovered the secret of creating and shaping life. Fearful of this power, the Order deemed it an abomination of the Force and sought to erase all practice of it. The Jedi High Council barred the teachings of Pal and his followers and deemed him a pawn of the dark side of the Force. Angered by what they deemed Jedi arrogance, Master Pal and his followers declared war on the Order, thus beginning a century-long conflict that would be known to history as the 100-Year Darkness. But after getting defeated, Master Pal and his followers were stripped of their ranks and their weapons and exiled from space controlled by the Galactic Republic. After getting exiled, Pal discovered planet Korriban, which was inhabited by a race of Force-sensitive beings known as the Sith. He had a complete mastery of the dark side that was unparalleled to any mortal. And soon as the first Dark Lord of the Sith, Ajunta Pal founded the first Sith Empire and expanded it onto other worlds. Next, we have Aran. He was the eldest of the children of Valkorion. Aran, like his sister Vaylin and his brother Thexan, were born with immense raw strength in the Force and incredible potential. Even at a young age, he wiped the floor with the strongest Sith and Jedi and showed incredible power while doing so. He led the front lines of Valkorion's empire and was an astoundingly skilled warrior. He utilized a yellow-bladed lightsaber in combat. He demonstrated use of yellow Force lightning and powerful Force pushers, which shows a great proficiency of telekinesis. He also had a degree of talent as a military commander, managing to defeat both the Republic and Empire within the short span of 1 year with the might of the Eternal Fleet. After him, we have Vaylin. Vaylin was the daughter of the immortal Emperor Valkorion, unaware that the human's body was inhabited by the spirit of Vitiate, the Sith Emperor who lived for over a millennia by transferring his essence from one host to another. So Vitiate's immense strength in the Force was passed over to Vaylin and surpassed even his own, making his daughter one of the few things he feared could challenge him. Even while in the womb, she could cause telekinetic bursts of energy that destroyed items around her. She became prolific with Force lightning and could use it to an extreme level. She, like her father, became a pinnacle in the dark side. So because of her raw power and capability, she definitely deserves this spot. Next, we have our beloved Master Yoda. Yoda was the definition of experience and mastery in Star Wars. Yoda was extremely powerful in the Force and has mastered the light side itself while also possessing an extreme amount of knowledge of the cosmos as well. Although almost nothing is known about Yoda before his time as the Grand Master of the Jedi, in his prime he was likely much more powerful than we see him and could very well take a higher spot on this list. But with lack of evidence though, this cannot be confirmed, so we are keeping him at this spot. After Yoda, we have the hero of Typhim. The hero of Typhim was the Jedi's greatest weapon against the Sith in the Old Republic. The hero of Typhim was a powerful Jedi Knight and later Jedi Master who battled the reconstituted Sith Empire during the Cold War and subsequent Galactic War, serving as the Battle Master of the Jedi Order. He was an incredible duelist who could use the light side of the Force in various ways. He had the will of the Force on his side, which granted him even more power and ability. Next, we have Tulak Hord. A Force-sensitive male, Tulak Hord was a student of the dark side of the Force and a pupil of the early Sith Empire. Rising through the ranks, Hord was feared by his rivals even in his early days, after he mastered the art of lightsaber combat and manipulation of the Force. Tulak Hord, the Lord of Hate and Master of Darkness, became an incredibly masterful and talented Sith Lord. Tulak Hord was by far the best lightsaber duelist of all time. He was capable of repeatedly facing armies of Jedi hundreds to thousands strong and destroying them himself with his lightsaber. Hord once pulled a Star Destroyer level battleship out of the sky with his telekinesis, and by using Sith sorcery, he was able to drain thousands of Jedi at once. So it's obvious why Jedi feared him. Next, we have Darth Sidus. According to Star Wars legends, Darth Sidus was born into darkness. Although he was born with vast raw power, his true recognition lies in his mastery of his abilities and techniques. Sidus was able to actively siphon energy and control the minds of 19 billion people on the planet Biss. He was also able to create force storms to an extreme degree, where they can also destroy planets and open wormholes in space-time. Sidus also perfected the use of Force lightning and could incinerate armies with it. He was an exceptionally talented duelist who mastered the dark side itself. Next, we have Darth Malgus. Darth Malgus was an incredibly powerful and masterful Sith Lord. At a young age, Malgus showed extreme power through the dark side, with much rage influencing himself. He defeated the most powerful Jedi at a young age with ease and only got stronger as he grew older. Malgus became one with the dark side. This granted him extreme mastery of his powers and the dark side itself. His raw power was unmatched, and his immense hatred and will to live allowed him to survive almost any attack with ease. Malgus also was astonishing with a lightsaber, and his lightsaber skill made him even more terrifying. After him, we have Luke Skywalker, and there's no one who doesn't know him. Grandmaster Luke Skywalker was one of the most powerful Jedi and an insanely powerful Force user altogether. Being the son of Anakin Skywalker, the Chosen One, gave Luke an incredible amount of raw power in the Force. Unlike his father, Luke succeeded in his full potential and became a force to be reckoned with. He could counter Force storms with the wave of a hand. He could ground himself so much into the Force that not even a black hole could move him. He could become one with the Force and produce the purest light side energy. Luke was able to defeat and go toe-to-toe with entities like Abeloth and Dark Spirits, as well as being able to dispatch of the most powerful Sith Lords of his time. With Luke's incredible raw power and insane mastery of the Force itself, he definitely deserves this spot. After Luke Skywalker, we have Albeloth and the Ones. Albeloth and the Ones were low celestial beings in Star Wars. It starts with the father, who was an avatar for the Force itself. He had two children, the son and the daughter. The son was an embodiment of the dark side, and the daughter was an embodiment of the light side. All three possessed extreme raw power that goes well beyond mortal Force users. Then there is Abeloth, who was a mortal woman who wound up on Mortis, the homeworld of the Ones. She became the mother figure to the son and daughter and the wife to the father. However, she was weary of growing old as her counterparts were immortal. So Abeloth bathed in the pool of knowledge and drank from the well of power. This transformed her into a celestial dark creature that forced the Ones to use all their power to imprison her. She posed a threat to the galaxy and was far beyond mortals and even Grand Master Luke Skywalker. Next, we have Revan. Revan was an astounding, powerful and capable Force user, and personally, Revan is one of my favorite characters from Star Wars Legends. Revan started off as a Jedi and later becoming a Sith, then returning to the light once more. Revan was extremely powerful to begin with. He is described as the heart of the Force and could wield both sides of the Force perfectly and in their strongest potency. Revan had the will of the Force on his side and was close to a Force deity as he balanced the Force repeatedly. After Revan, we have Tenebrae aka Valkorion aka Vitiate. Tenebrae, or whichever name of his you prefer, was an astronomically powerful Sith Lord. He was born into pure darkness, and the dark side itself flowed through him like no other mortal. He was able to drain entire planets of life and possessed a mastery and control of the dark side like no other mortal. Tenebrae reigned as the immortal Sith Emperor of the galaxy for 1,000 years before his ultimate downfall. His power threatened the galaxy itself, and he pushed the cosmic force balance towards darkness. Next we have Darth Nyus. Darth Nyus was a dark side entity that measured celestial in power. He was created in the destruction of Malkor, which formed a wound in the Force. The wound manifested itself in Nyus and turned him into a godlike dark being. His potential scaled into nigh infinity, and his destructive capabilities were practically unrivaled. He was able to drain life of entire systems with ease, as well as severely destroying or damaging the planets in the process. Him just being alive shifted the cosmic force vastly towards the dark side. He could have destroyed all life as well as the Force itself. Nyus could have become more powerful than anything. That's why even without reaching his full potential, he still takes this spot. Next, we have Typhim. Typhim was a creation of the Bedlam spirits. He is a dark side entity that is able to actively bend and exceed the boundaries of reality and has existence-level destructive capabilities. After him, we have the Bedlam spirits. The Bedlam spirits are a group of celestial force aspects that possess extreme power. They are actively able to manipulate space-time, reality, life, matter, and the Force itself. Those abilities alone show how extremely capable they are. The spirits are able to bend dimensional reality aspects and are able to actively manipulate the Force itself to an extreme degree, which puts them at this spot. After them, we have Woodz. Although not much is known about him, Woodz is proved to be an extremely powerful being. While only appearing in the Pandora Effect comic, Woodz is stated to be a Force demon, a celestial being that holds control over the Force itself. Woodz is the one who created the Bedlam spirits and is stated to be far above them, and that's why he's in this spot in the list. Now after him, we have the Force Priestess. The Force Priestess are a group of beings that embody the living and cosmic force, and they were 5 beings that resided on the wellspring of life. The priestesses were representative of the connection between the living force as experienced by living things and the cosmic force in its role in the greater scheme of the universe. Existing within the wellspring of life, the 5 were a form of shape-shifter. They consist of serenity, joy, anger, sadness, and confusion. As they represent different emotions, they also represent certain parts of the Force itself. After them, we have the Father of Light, the Father of Shadows. The Father of Light and Father of Shadows are the dark side and light side given form. They possess complete control over their sides of the Force and literally make up part of the cosmic force itself. These guys measure very far beyond any other entity in Star Wars, except one, and that entity is on number 1 in our list. And he's the Supreme Maker. The Supreme Maker is the omnipotent, omnipresent, and omniscient deity of the Star Wars universe. The Supreme Maker, also known as Father of Lights, was the creator of the Force as well as the powerful race known as the Celestials, who had the power to create universes. The Maker was also beyond the dimensional borders. The Maker taught the Celestials wisdom, compassion, justice, and balance of power. He created all life and all beings in the universe. He is the Force itself. So number 1, of course, goes to him.